So this is attempt number 28 of recording this video. No bells, no whistles, just some uncomfortable truths. This video will cover topics that some people will find upsetting. Some people will find very uncomfortable. But they need to be said. And if it makes you uncomfortable to hear some hard truths, well, that's on you. I also want to start with something important. I have full permission from both parents to talk about this. They asked me to, and it's not been an easy decision to say yes, but I feel like I have to. Because this is important. They're not ready, really, to talk about this stuff. But they know staying silent won't keep anyone safe. They want their story told, so it doesn't happen again. This family is close to me. I was best man at their wedding. Their daughter has sat on my sofa, eating cookies in my living room and watching cartoons while giggling about the silliest things. She's bright, curious, kind, intelligent. She's 7 years old, and now she's terrified because of what her teacher did to her. This wasn't a misunderstanding, this wasn't a moment of frustration, and it wasn't subtle. Her teacher, a grown woman, went on a sustained anti-Semitic tirade against her. She hurled words at her that no child should ever hear. No child should ever know what these words mean. Not at that age. I've heard the recording myself, but more of that later. This teacher blamed her, air quotes, people, for world events. She made vile conspiratory accusations about Jews, about this child directly, and when she was done screaming, she hit her. She slapped a 7-year-old across the face. Why? Because her father is Jewish. This happened in a classroom, in front of other people, other students, not in a hallway, not behind closed doors, but in full view. This woman didn't hide what she was doing because she didn't feel she had to. For weeks prior to this, every day that she was with this teacher, which was X amount of days a week, she would come home. She didn't cry or rage or shout, she was just quiet. And not, I've had a long day at school, quiet. Her father and her mother knew something was wrong. They could both feel it. They tried to raise concerns, and it wasn't taken seriously. It was brushed off as overprotective parenting. So her father took matters into his own hands. He sent her back into school with a hidden microphone. He recorded everything. He captured the audio in full. Unfiltered truth, the words, the threats, the physical assault. It's now in the hands of police, and the teacher has been reported. The case is being investigated as both a hate crime and an assault on a minor. Let me say this louder for people in the back. This isn't speculation. This isn't hearsay. It was recorded. I've heard the recording myself. And I will never forget the sound that little girl made when she was slapped across the face. But it's now all part of an official police investigation. The family is doing everything right. They've contacted the authorities. They've coordinated and cooperated with the investigation. But they are exhausted on every level. Because behind all of this legal process is a deeper, harder pain. They now have to explain to their daughter why her teacher hates her. Questions coming out of this little girl's mouth that, again, no one is prepared for. Why did my teacher call me those names? Is it bad that Daddy's Jewish? Why would someone hit me because of that? Am I going to get hurt again? And they're doing it in this wonderful mixed household. Her mother isn't Jewish, but the family is deeply connected to that identity, culture, and tradition. In fairness, I do love their home in the holidays because you have a beautiful Christmas tree and a beautiful menorah sharing the space. It's a wonderful home. But to them, that home feels fragile now because the world outside it has just shown its teeth. This wasn't just violence, it was an ideological action. It was anti-Semitism at its most dangerous. Not in a meme, not in a joke, not whispered in private, but shouted by an educator, acted out against a child. And if this story makes you uncomfortable, good. It should. Because if a teacher feels confident enough to sprawl anti Semitic hate and strike a child in a classroom in front of everyone in 2025 in a school, this isn't one off. It's a pattern, it's a warning sign, and it's probably not the time this teacher has done something like this. In 2025, we believe that hate is in the underground, that anti Semitism and so on, that it all lives on the fringes, but it doesn't. It lives in institutions, classrooms, universities, businesses, schools, behind the desk. But the cost? It's borne by the children. So what can you do? I didn't know if I was going to include this part, but it kind of felt necessary. Talk to your child, listen closely to what they say and what they don't. Take it seriously. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Trust your instincts. Document and report. Go to the school, go to the council, go to a lawyer/solicitor, depending on where you are in the world. The press, if you need to. Demand accountability. Support the victims. Don't let them feel alone. Check in, stand by them. There are countless national, worldwide Jewish advocacy groups that you can reach out to. There are many. And there are higher levels than just educators you can reach out to. You can go above their heads. And call it what it is. It's anti-Semitism. And it's sad. This happened because someone thought that she had power, that she could get away with it. Let's make sure she doesn't. Let's make sure no one does, because silence won't save the kids, but actions will.